What it do, YouTube? It's your boy RayQuan. Today's video hits home for a nigga, and it's gonna hit home for a lot of my young men out there in these situations, because this situation is not any special situation to any individual man out there. I'm at this point, this is like the circle of life. I hate old niggas, and today we're gonna talk about why. We're gonna tell you guys a story today. I remember this was like my freshman or sophomore year in high school, and I used to have a crush on this girl. I'm not going to expose the girl's name. I'm going to use like a decoy name or whatever. Because I'm not too far removed from high school, and these people might actually still remember me. So it's best that I just keep names anonymous. I'm in the period right before lunchtime, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to this girl. You know, we having a good talk, you know what I'm saying? She's cool. And I thought she was cute. I kind of liked her, but you know what I'm saying? I was a little shy back then, you know what I mean? 15, 14-year-old RayQuan was not really the boldest, you know? So we just sitting there talking to her. I kind of liked her. I didn't really admit to it or whatever, but it's cool. Anyway, the bell rings, you know what I'm saying? It's lunchtime. Now I usually do my little walks around campus, so I put my headphones in, I get to walking. I see shorty I got a crush on, you know what I'm saying? For now, we'll just call her Christina. I see Christina walking, and I watched her get into a Honda Accord, tinted out, I think it was like silver, blasting music. She gets in, and she gets picked up. Comes to find out, that was her boyfriend. He had already graduated. This is when I realized this shit ain't fair. The dating game is not fair for young men. You start to have to fight. You fighting with the big boys for the little girls, and this shit is ridiculous. And this is something that we all men have dealt with in some kind of facet, you know what I'm saying? Some people may be more extreme than others, but this shit is ridiculous, and somebody has to put a stop to it, or somebody has to tell these old niggas stay out the way. And let me just say this, I don't have an issue with age gap dating. Age gap dating is cool, but age gap dating is cool when everybody's adults and really like full grown adults. I think anything past like 25 and up is fair game when it comes to all the big age gaps, you know what I'm saying? Even though I do think like 20 years is wild, but you know what I'm saying, it's whatever. You an adult, full grown, your brain's fully developed, it's whatever. But before then, it's a little odd, you know what I'm saying? And this is where I'm tired of this, man. As a young dude, you just can't compete. Even now, I'm 22, right? I talked to some 22-year-olds, and I was talking to my uncle about like dinner dates and stuff like that. We was talking about taking girls out on dates. So I just asked him, you know, out of curiosity, like, yo, how much would you say is on average for a dinner date? He told me $200. 200. And I was baffled, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know, because I thought maybe like on the high end, $100, $150, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, probably for me like 60, 70. That's what, you know what I'm saying? And he over here like 200. What the hell? And I'm sure maybe this is like an age difference thing, but when they take these young girls out on these dates, you know what I'm saying, on damn PlayStation, when they take these young girls out on these expensive dates, that becomes like the new standard for them. So when they come back down to little 22-year-old me, and we pop up at Red Lobster, I'm the bad guy. And it shouldn't be this way, you know what I'm saying? We were told really early, pick on somebody your own size. Why does it not apply to these old niggas? And I know I sound like a hater, and I don't give a damn, because I'm not really interested in dating right now anyway. But this is something that I've always had a struggle with, you know what I'm saying? And just being young, I always, especially not being able to drink or go out to clubs, I always had to deal with being the young guy. And for a lot of reasons, like, oh, what are you going to do? Take me to Dave & Buster's? Oh, what are you going to do? Take me to Area 51? My Vegas people, you know what that is, or Area 15, whatever the hell it is. But it's like, fam, this shit ain't fair. Like, the second you step in the game, you already like fighting an uphill battle over some shit you can't compete with. Like, unless you born like fucking Harry Osborn or some shit, you just can't compete. This shit is ridiculous. And I don't understand why we don't try to correct this behavior, because this shit is completely wild. Completely wild. And it really does distort a lot of reality for a lot of different people when you kind of set, especially the young women, up for failure because you set the standard so high, and then they're almost unable to accept a lesser reality than what they've been given already. And I'll be honest with you, part of that is their fault, because they could go for a dude around their age, but they choose the old niggas. So it's a two-sided of a coin. But I'm always going to hold the older person or the more knowledgeable person responsible, because that's where the responsibility should be. You have no business talking to a girl that's in high school if you out of high school, unless you just graduated. But if you like hitting them 20s and you reaching down to somebody that's doing algebra 1, algebra 2 homework, you need to be arrested, my nigga. Yeah, it's just, this shit ain't fair, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some girls think it's a flex to deal with older dudes, and I guess, you know what I'm saying, that's cool, to each his own. But just remember, a lot of us young dudes is watching y'all do this, and when it's time for y'all to spin the block, when we remember that y'all rejected us years ago, when it's time for y'all to spin the block because these old dudes tired of using you, or they go on to someone that's younger, we not gonna be there no more. So ladies, pick wisely. But anyway, it's your boy RayQuan.